Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Beaky here. I'm here with some friends in a party chat. I'm here with Jack, Jem, and Josh X. We have all just watched the Xbox One press conference, and we have a lot of stuff to say. I'm going to try to do this a little organized. We're going to go through all the games that Microsoft actually did showcase today and talk about them. I'm just going to jump through a few right now before I let my friends just speak real quick. They started off with talking about the Xbox One X, then they went into Forza 7. After Forza 7, they did talk about some games coming out that we don't have trailers for, like Metro. They talked about Assassin's Creed Origins, which I don't have a trailer for you guys yet, so I do apologize for that. After that, they did go ahead into PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, a game called Deep Rock Galactic, the Dawn of the Project on Xbox One. They talked about Minecraft on Xbox One, which, you know, who cares about Minecraft even in 4K. They talked about Black Desert on Xbox One, which is an MMORPG. They also talked about, right over here, The Last Night on Xbox One, which looks a little interesting. The Awful Escape, Sea of Thieves, what else did I get? Tacoma on Xbox One, Super Lucky Tale, which is a VR game without VR now on Xbox One. Crackdown 3, Cuphead, which looks pretty fantastic. They talk about ID at Xbox with a bunch of, like, montages. They talked about Ashen, which looks okay, Ori and the Blind Forest, and they did a true 4K talk with the new game coming from EA, which is called, what's the game? It started with an A, guys. What was the game from EA again?
Anthem.
Anthem, there you go.
Anthem.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's a quick little recap of most of the big stuff right there, guys. Now, I'm going to say this, and then I'll let you guys go. Xbox One conference had one job. One job. That's all they had to do. They had to sell me on buying an Xbox One. I sold my Xbox One last year. This year, they had to sell me on rebuying an Xbox One instead of buying all the Xbox One games on PC. They failed. I'm stopping right there. Josh, you can say your piece next before we go into detail. Josh,
Wait, what's Josh?
Jack. We'll go with Jack.
This conference was full of shit. It did not sell me on Xbox, so Xbox can go fuck itself. Backwards compatibility for original Xbox games, they should have announced it last E3 with the whole backwards compatibility. That's that. $500 for this stupid ass system is not going to make me spend $500 on a true next gen experience, which I have a PlayStation Pro. So that's that. Your game lineup sucks ass, and it was just an absolute failure on my part.
Here, let me ask you a question before we move on. Your family has an Xbox One in your house. I don't have Xbox One. Like, you have one. Did Microsoft convince you to upgrade your Xbox One?
Nope.
Okay, let's go on to Josh X. What did you think, man?
Well, that's some games I kind of looked forward to, like maybe that little anime Dark Souls little game that was called the Code Vein, whatever it's.
Yeah, I'll tell you the name right now. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry,
it's Code Vein.
Code Vein, yes, Code Vein.
Yeah. That looked cool. I don't know if that's going to be an Xbox exclusive. I didn't get to look at that part. But yeah, they had some games that looked kind of cool, like that Him. That looked cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I am not going to upgrade an Xbox.
X, right?
Heck no.
Yeah, like, why would you spend $5? All right, before we go into Jem, what did your quick initial thoughts? What were your initial thoughts?
My initial thoughts is everything that looked interesting, you could just buy in another system. So there's no reason for me to buy that Xbox One for nothing. I can get it if it's on Xbox. I could just buy the PC version, and the other stuff is on freaking PS4 anyways, like Dragon Ball Fighter X, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that Dragon Ball Z game for a second?
Yeah, sure,
that
man.
shit looks fire.
That
shit
like,
looks sexy.
It's graphics.
Like,
yeah.
Marvel vs. Capcom.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like you're playing the anime. Like, screw Xenoverse. This thing is like a legit Dragon Ball Z game.
Yeah, I was so surprised on the graphics on that one. I was like, wow, that's like the closest to the actual show I've ever seen a graphics for an animated fighting game come. I was like, pretty good. Like you said, Marvel vs. Capcom, but with Dragon Ball. Actually, if we're doing it, so we already talked about in general about Xbox One X. I didn't get convinced of buying the Xbox One X, but I think that's a fault on Microsoft not selling any exclusive games, really taking advantage of the console, because they said the same thing Sony said. They're going to put out games that are going to get patched. Well, developers are going to have to patch their games to support the Xbox One X now, or Scorpio, which I really wish it was still called the Scorpio. But Xbox One X are going to, games that are out right now are going to get patches. There's 30 games scheduled to get patches for the Xbox One X. That's the same way games have to get patches for the PlayStation Pro. That's fine and dandy, and they're saying that there's going to be hardware pushing a lot of the games that's already out there, just throwing at those games. But without games that are exclusive for the X, the only exclusive game I saw there, if you guys want to correct me, was Crackdown. No, was Cuphead. Cuphead was the only real exclusive. Everything else is coming out.
Cuphead looks really cool.
That's the only.
But you can just buy a regular. You can just buy an Xbox Slim and just play Cuphead on there.
That's true too. That's true too. That's true. That's true. Well, I guess let's talk about the games.
So
that's what I came there.
Overall, this conference. Can I say overall, this conference was a major bomb, man.
It was.
They had the chance to freaking showcase this Xbox One X and say, this is the reason why you're gonna want to switch to Xbox. Here are the exclusives. Half of the exclusives that they showed, we've seen already. You didn't see exactly, and coming to PC. They haven't shown any great IP. They didn't create any original IPs.
Yeah, nothing.
You're just seeing the same exact things that they showed last E3. You didn't convince me to pay $500 for this new Xbox console. No, I'm good. I'm sticking with my PlayStation Pro.
Yo, yeah.
Exactly.
Let's talk about this price. We're already here, man. What are they thinking? How in the world can you make this thing $500 when you already in?
It has teraflops. It has teraflops. That's why.
My graphics card in my PC got a bunch of damn teraflops. I didn't buy I bought my GTX 1070 not because it had a bunch of damn teraflops, because the games that I saw that was coming on PC would really be enhanced by the power that card was going to perform. I didn't say out there like, oh man, look at all the teraflops. It was the games that made me play PC. You guys know me. Over the last 3 months, haven't I been playing more PC games than console games, right? You know it, right, Josh?
Yeah.
So the reason for that is because a lot of great PC games have been coming out, and that's why. If there was a lot of great Xbox One games coming out consistently last year, I wouldn't have sold my Xbox One, but I did sell my Xbox One because those Xbox One games were coming to PC. Then Sony comes out with the PlayStation Pro, right? I'm like, okay, $400, I could upgrade, and I could get $200 for my regular PS4. Like, you know what? That's not a bad deal. I'll upgrade. Just have to pay an extra $200. So my
that means when you trade in your Xbox, no matter what Xbox you have, that means they're supposed to give you a good ass deal in order for you to upgrade to an Xbox One.
Jonas,
but in realistic, that's not going to happen.
I'm gonna cut you
right there. Yeah.
Jonas, tell them how much you get for Xbox One like at GameStop. Go ahead.
Probably like 100.
How much you got for probably like $100?
It's $100
or less.
It's 100. Yeah, for 500, it's nothing. If you're doing for trading, even not cash, it's nothing. You're not getting a lot of money for your regular Xbox One anymore because
but
remember
there are. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, only reason I'm saying this
because there are hardcore Microsoft fans out there. They're gonna be like, "Yeah, man, what are you talking about? I'm gonna spend $500 on a system, and then it's gonna break on you." I'm just saying.
I'm not sure about that, but that's a possibility. It is impressive that they were able to make it smaller. We don't know if the power supply is outside of the system, though. That's what I'm interested in. Is the power brick inside or outside? Who wants to go on bets on this right now? I'm betting it's outside. I did not think they put the...
I think it's outside, too. But the way how it's going to be, it's like how the Switch dock is. You see how big that Switch dock is? That's the power supply for that small little thing.
Because Sony always do the power supplies inside. Nintendo... well, forget Nintendo in this conversation. Sony always does it inside. Microsoft has a habit of putting it outside. So, look. My whole point to this: Sony is selling their advanced 4K system in quotes for $400, $399. Microsoft is going to come into the market with their 4K system, and they're going to charge $100 more just because it has a Blu-ray drive and apparently could do true 4K.
We've seen this before, though. We've seen this before. They're going to realize the stupid mistake they're going to make and slash the price down in the next coming months to switch it to $399. So it's classic Microsoft. It's classic Microsoft. So it's like, They know what they're doing. They're thinking stupid, and then they're gonna be like, "Oh, let me think realistic now."
You're actually right. They're gonna get the hardcore people who want to upgrade to spend the $4.99. The hardcore Xbox fan base is gonna spend the initial a lot of money, right? 6 months to 8 months after the release of the Xbox One X, it's gonna drop down to $4.49, or they're gonna do bundles. Isn't that like usually what happens? They're gonna start doing bundles,
most
or
likely,
drop the price because that's the only way this makes sense. They're gonna get the hardcore people that were gonna buy it no matter what, because there's always people out there who buy everything Sony and Microsoft and Nintendo puts out there. No matter how much it costs, they buy it day one, or they're rich and they just buy all the consoles anyways. Like if that's your thing, that's your thing. My whole thing to it is in a competition market. Like let me put it like this: my sister, she is not a gamer, but she's a mother of kids who play video games, right? So she buys her kids a PlayStation 4, right? Now, let's say the kids know what an Xbox is, right? If they're going to, now, if she wanted to get a new PlayStation 4 for the kids asked for one, right? Christmas is coming up, they did good in school. She goes in the store, she sees a PlayStation Pro, or she sees an Xbox One X. Both say 4K on the box somewhere, or 4K features. Why would you spend $500 when you can spend $400 for 4K? Because most parents buying systems for their kids don't know the difference between the type of 4Ks. That's not what they're gonna look on the price. That's just what it is. And especially when they look on the price, they're probably gonna even buy the Xbox One S, which is $250, or the PlayStation Slim, which is $250. That's why the PlayStation Slim sells a 3-to-1. It's like a 3-to-1 ratio. For every freaking 3 PlayStation Slims that sell, one PlayStation Pro sells. That's like the ratio I think right now. So parents are always going to go for the cheaper price, which is my overall point. I just don't see a consumer who's on a budget who's going to have to buy an Xbox One S, buy Crackdown. Now the price of the system is plus tax, plus the game. When that same person could buy a PlayStation Pro and then buy a Sony exclusive and still spend under $500. So if you're thinking about it this way, if it's me or Jem, me and Jem don't own an Xbox One right now. If we go out to buy Xbox One X, we got to buy the system, buy a game. Together, that's $600 plus. If we buy a PlayStation Pro and a game, that's under $500. Or close to it. Ugh. Price matters. And I just don't think Microsoft realized it. That's my point there. That's my little rant right there, guys. Alright, how about the games though, guys? They had a deep, what's it called again? The State of Decay, Jack. You were talking about that. What you thought about that one, bro?
It looks pretty cool. I mean, it reminds me of the first one, and it looks updated a lot, but I could just play it on my regular Xbox. I mean, the Xbox One that I have, and it looks pretty cool. I will get it.
Hey,
yeah.
Look at you. You had a PlayStation 4, and you didn't buy the PlayStation Pro right away. You took a long time to convince yourself, like, okay, it's about time I get it, when it was a good time to get it with a game. See, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, there are people out there who are going to wait till they could get a deal on the Pro, get a deal on these systems to buy it. I think Microsoft just kicked themselves in the ass. But if they would have came out there at $3.99 right up against Sony, and they could say like, oh, you can play Blu-ray movies in our system, it's a better value, then they could compete. Then they could be like, we are the better platform. Just because you can have 4K textures, 4K assets is awesome. It's great on paper, but it does not translate into what actually matters to gamers, which is price and games. And right now your price is wrong, and to me, I don't know about you guys, the game library is not there.
No, it's not. It's just, where the hell's the games? Like,
hey,
there's no
right
games.
Here.
You didn't show no games?
They showed the Dawn of the Project on Xbox One. That was a game with the guy on the announcing. Mad stupid hype for no reason. Like the one you called like the Overwatch looking type of thing. You remember that
Shit
one?
looks so stupid.
Yeah, this game looks stupid.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
this whole overall conference from Microsoft did not impress me one bit. It did not. EA did a little bit much better because they showed Star Wars and they showed some other stuff also. Mm-hmm. But this conference right here, oh my god, man. I could watch paint dry. And I could probably have a better time watching paint dry than watching this stupid shit.
I agree. I said this I did not need to watch this Xbox conference. I truthfully was like, why did I could have really just watched IGN's wrap-up or somebody else's wrap-up of this. This is not what I expect from a first party. I hold the first-party developers and publishers at a higher echelons compared to the third parties. If you're Sony, Microsoft, or Nintendo, you have to come out swinging. You gotta show new IPs. You gotta make us buy your system. You gotta make us buy your products. Microsoft did not make me want to buy Xbox One X. They did not sell me on it at all, and that is a problem.
The name is so stupid. But anyways,
I mean, come on. I'm showing the video right now, bro. They have the greatest thing ever. They have Minecraft now in 4K. That's what's gonna make you buy this thing, right? Right, guys?
Oh yeah, you know it. You know it.
That's what you guys been
Like,
waiting for.
I can't wait to play I cannot wait to play Minecraft on a 4K television, looking at all these pixelated blocks. The fuck is wrong with you?
Yes, it's so enhanced and blocky.
Like, seriously.
Oh yeah,
you have to be on meth. You have to be on meth in order to enjoy the 4K blockness of Minecraft.
You want to hear something funny? They did show a Nintendo Switch in the freaking conference on Minecraft. I'm looking at it right now. The Minecraft trailer had a Nintendo Switch in it. I don't know why.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird. All right, another game they showed off. They showed off Black Desert. That was an MMO thing that I said to you that looked way too good to just be a hack and slash, or because this is how MMO trailers go. They look really pretty. They look really action-packed. Until you get it, you're going to be killing rats to level up to level 50 before you get all the cool skills. That's just how MMOs are.
That's not true. You're not killing rats. You're killing hogs.
If you don't kill freaking... Almost every damn MMO will have you kill some stupid kind of rat-type creature. Everyone.
Or some livestock.
Yeah, Josh, you know it, man. And I'm not hating on MMOs because I had a period in my life when I was in college. I played so much MMO with my friends. And then we just got tired. Like, yo, come on. You need to change it up. All right, let's talk about something. The Last Night was the game that was, like, pixelated. That kind of had the kind of look, I would say, like Blade Runner. I don't know what kind of gameplay this is, though. I mean, it was something that did actually look interesting. It's not... I don't think it's exclusive, though. That's the only thing.
You know the crazy thing about it? It did have a Blade Runner vibe, and within that conference of them showing the trailer, I had to watch the new Blade Runner trailer on my PlayStation and be like, "Hey man, this kind of looks the same."
Yeah, it looks definitely interesting.
It is the same.
Yeah, I gotta see what this is. Well, first of all, but here's the problem again. That trailer looks really cool. It looks like an indie game. Last Night, great name. That's not a system seller. I'm not gonna buy a Xbox One X for an indie game.
Nah, man. You gotta realize this. Cuphead is a system seller.
It's a good game.
Is an amazing...
It looks good. It looks good. But I'm not buying an Xbox One X for Cuphead. Nah, man. I'm not even doing that. Oh, remember this game, Josh? Your favorite, The Artful Escape, the one with the guy playing the guitar, all drugged out.
Oh yeah. That looked trippy.
Yeah, what is up with that game, man? I don't understand this one. He had an eye on his head. He had makeup on.
To be honest, the couple of games that really stand out for me in this conference was Assassin's Creed, which looks really cool. Anthem looks awesome, and Dragon Ball Z looked like, hey guys, come back and play Dragon Ball Z. That's what they're saying.
Yeah, I will say.
It's like, remember how we used to play Budokai all the time in PlayStation 2? Yeah. Now it's like, we're going back to PlayStation 4, and we're going to be like trash talking each other like we were doing when we were playing Budokai. Jonas is going to cheat with Vegeta, as we all know, so fucking, let's just do it.
But listen to everything you just said. You said Dragon Ball Z, and you said Assassin's Creed, right? Those things are coming out to other platforms.
Yeah.
Like Assassin's Creed is gonna be on everything. It's gonna be on PC. It's gonna be on Xbox. It's gonna be on PlayStation. I wouldn't even be surprised if there's some type of Wii Switch support, because Ubisoft likes to put out their games on every damn platform possible if it's able. So that's my thing. Even if they say it's Xbox One, and all right, let me break it down this way. You know how Microsoft and Sony...
He's gonna break it down, y'all.
No, listen, just truthfully. You remember how Microsoft and Sony over the last few years have been going to publishers and giving them like a lot of money to have exclusive DLC come to their platform first, like with Destiny?
Yeah.
And then like Microsoft used to do it with Call of Duty. Now Sony's doing it with Call of Duty. Like, hey, the new Call of Duty is gonna get DLC first here, or hey, if you buy the Assassin's Creed or Syndicate for the PlayStation 4, you get a extra. You remember we got the Jack the Ripper DLC, Jonas?
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. There you go. I don't give a rat's ass. Because a developer gets some money from Sony and it has some extra DLC first, never has made me buy the game for that console. That is not what I'm going in for. The same way, just because a game has a PlayStation Pro enhanced or Xbox, there's not a reason why I go ahead and buy those games. The base game is what me as a gamer. This is me now. It's always been the base game. I would not buy the new Need for Speed game if it doesn't look good like a good Need for Speed game. Even if Sony and Microsoft be like, hey, you get extra free content because it's on this platform first. I don't care about that. The game itself has to be good first. That's just how I see it. That's just the only thing Sony, really, the only thing Microsoft might have going for them, and this is what we're going to have to wait till the console. If every game comes out and suddenly runs better on the Xbox One X, and then the game runs bad on the PlayStation Pro, which I don't think is going to happen. I think the games are going to still run fine on the PlayStation Pro. Then people would have a reason to buy Xbox One X. But if Sony makes sure that the games run fine on the PlayStation Pro, then it's all still fine. Ugh.
I think it's just really funny how when Microsoft fanboys are going to listen to this, they'd be like, these Sony motherfuckers. Of course they don't like Xbox. Of course this.
Let's stop.
But here's the thing. We're not only Sony fanboys. I mean, we also like Nintendo and we also like Microsoft.
I'm holding up my fucking Nintendo Switch right here. I am holding up my. Let me grab it. I am holding up my Xbox One. Let me grab it.
You still have the Xbox One? I thought you sold it.
Wireless adapter for the PC. It says Xbox on the fucking box. Xbox. I paid money for this. So it ain't no fanboy shit. What I'm saying here is I'm showing some gameplay of Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves does not look like... Oh, you know, I shouldn't say anything about this game. These niggas gonna kill me. Now, what did you guys think about... You guys
don't like Xbox?
What did you guys think about Sea of Thieves,
though?
What about Sea of Thieves, Josh and Josh X? What do you thought about that one, man?
I thought it looked okay. It's probably good if you play with friends. You know, you're gonna have a good time with.
That's the only thing. Yeah, if you play with friends.
But I would
that's
say
the only way you're gonna get it.
Go ahead.
It's for people who like pirates and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's the same thing I was getting from. I thought the gameplay concept is good, like you just said. If you have a bunch of friends to play it with, it's one of those games I think is gonna be big on Twitch, like when it first comes out. But unless people have people to play with that's willing to work together, because in the conference they were looking for treasure, right? A lot of people have to get 4 friends together, or maybe more. I'm not sure how many people can play this game, and all cooperate together. Like, hey, you go dig here, you look here to find the map, and all this and that. But in real, we all know this. When you get a bunch of random people, or even your own friends together, one guy's running off doing this, one guy's not listening, one guy's playing music in the background of their headset. It's very rare that you have, like, a bunch of people have a bunch of friends working together at that level. But this is going to be a great game for people who want to interact like this. I just think for me, I know my friends. These guys are with me. Yeah, nah. We ain't gonna be able to pull this off. We're the Borderlands style. We just want to run in there, steal loot from each other, and shoot everything around. That's how we are. That's just... Let's be realistic.
Guns blazing.
Yeah, that's how we are. As much as I would love for us always to be communicating, like, there's very few games where we are so, like, on point. It's usually like what was the game? Like Rainbow Six. Is those type of games. That's when we actually try to be smart and stealthy about shit.
We were never on point in Rainbow Six.
Yeah, it's like Rainbow Six or like the Splinter Cell games when you're like, playing together. But my biggest problem with Sea of Thieves is I just don't like the way the game graphically looks. I just don't like the art style. I don't think it looks on par for Xbox One exclusive. That's a personal thing, dude. And I'm gonna talk about the next game that people are gonna hate me for. I think Crackdown 3 looks like complete garbage graphically. I just straight up think that game looks bad. Like, this is what I have to tell. Go ahead.
No, Terry's on there. Everybody's gonna want to play if it has Terry on there.
Yeah. This is what I need everybody who's an Xbox hardcore fanboy to think about this one. Look at this Crackdown trailer that you're seeing right now, then go play the Forza 7 trailer. So here's Crackdown. Look at these graphics. Then you look at these graphics. Look at this Forza graphics. Look at the graphics for, what's it called again? The Assassin's Creed game that they showcase on the stage. And you tell me that Crackdown looks like a artistically or a graphically good game. Crackdown is not. The gameplay I think is gonna be fun. I actually might play Crackdown. I'll give him that one though. I want to play it. I could see me as a gamer. I could look past graphics, but I'm gonna call out when a game looks bad. And I think Crackdown looks like shit. It looks graphically bad.
It does. Yeah. It looks like a PlayStation or an Xbox 360 game.
But now I'm playing one of the nicest looking games of the convention, Cuphead. Like you said, Josh, Cuphead looks awesome. This game, man. Oh man, I want to play Cuphead. Cuphead. Anthem. No, go ahead. Sorry.
Now, what do y'all think of the Shadows of War? How like previous video looked, and now if you look at the video now, it looked. From what my brother tells me, it looks cartoonish a little bit. The graphics.
I really couldn't tell it.
I don't think so. I don't think so because it's still like in development. So yeah, it might look cartoonish a little bit, but I'm still gonna get it regardless of anything.
Yeah.
I like the first shot. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, but the previous video, like the one they really first showed the video, is that the graphics still looked better from what they showed now.
Oh, it's one of those like Ubisoft things where they downgrade the graphics. You're saying?
Yeah.
Oh, now you're gonna have to see after we're done doing this video. I'm gonna go back and look because I just really don't remember exactly how that looked, but you might be right. I would, because remember the one thing I always hate about these things, you're streaming it, and when you stream and stuff, sometimes you really can't tell exactly how the graphics for games like that are gonna be, if it's too cartoonish, too realistic. But I'm gonna check. I want to check if it was been downgraded, because I was thinking the same thing was gonna happen to this new Assassin's Creed, what they just showed today. Like that Assassin's Creed graphics look really darn good. And Ubisoft has a habit of showing really nice looking trailers, but when the full game comes out, there's always something kind of off compared to the trailer. Let me just spin some good stuff here, guys. I just want to point things out that Microsoft really did impress by getting these games on stage. Like Metro, the new Metro game, Exodus, looks amazing. Like on the Xbox One enhanced features. Like I'm a big fan of the Metro books, the games. I think that franchise is really interesting, and I'm glad that Microsoft got them to go up on stage and showcase that game on their platform, because I think that will be a kind of a hit for Microsoft. It's not an exclusive game. It's not going to make me buy Xbox One X, but I guess associating that with the platform is smarter. As well as the game I'm talking about right now. I'm showing right now, which is going to be PlayerUnknown Battleground, which is a PC game that I played for a long time, and I think it's like a really smart thing for them to actually come up and show this on their stage, because it's one of the biggest games right now on Steam, and a lot of people have been playing it, and I think it's been a really good time for them to get that game showcased at their press conference. It's going to be getting a lot of people to be really interested in playing those type of games on a console. What else did they do? Really, Cuphead we already talked about, but I guess that's kind of the negative thing too. We're talking about PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, Forza 7, which is unexpected. We all know Forza was going to be there. Assassin's Creed, Metro. Those games are good games, but other than Cuphead and Forza 7, they're not really things that we need to play on the console. Like we could play those anywhere. Even Forza 7, we could play. Is it Forza 7 or 6? Whatever. We can play it on the PC. And that's what I'm not liking from this conference. It's like they didn't sell their system, which is what I wanted them to do. I wanted to come away from this conference buying an Xbox One X. And that nope. I'm not. What else can what else can I say besides that? Like if they didn't do their job selling the system, then they failed. And that to me that means that they failed.
Man, that Dragon Ball Z game looks good. That's all I gotta say.
I want it. I want it.
Yeah.
Dude, it looks so cool.
It definitely does look cool. It definitely looks cool. I guess the only thing else too, we do need to know a little bit more about some of those ID of Xbox games they had in the little montage. They didn't really take any time to really tell much information about that. So I definitely do want to know more about some of those games, but unfortunately we're just gonna have to sit there and wait until they want to do a full reveal. But I think we basically went over almost everything except for Anthem, other than to say Anthem looks good. I mean, what else can we say about that? It actually just looks good. But
it looks it's gonna like crack awesome.
It's gonna be on everything though, so it's not like it's like something special for Microsoft to have. I just want to put this out right now too. You could probably be expecting me to be very salty, Nintendo. I have a Switch, and I'm expecting a lot from Nintendo. So Nintendo disappoints. You could hear me rage there too. Sony, I'm just not expecting them to disappoint, because Sony does something that I don't think
Sony's
They
gonna
do
come
new
out doing
IP.
this.
They show
Here's a
new
game.
shit.
Here's a game.
Yeah,
Here's a
they
game.
show new
Here's a
shit.
game.
They
You get
just-
stuff now.
Here's
You
a
get
new
stuff
game.
now.
Here's a
Like,
new game from this studio. Here's a new IP from this studio. That's what Sony does. Maybe those games are gonna come out in 3 years,
Oh,
but I want to see
hold
new
on.
games. That's what I
You
expect.
that Dragon Ball Z game.
Mhm.
You know the studio that makes it is the studio Blaze Blue studio makes
Oh,
the
Arc
game
System
now.
Works.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the
Arc
Blaze Blue
Systems
studio.
makes that Dragon
Okay.
Ball Z game now.
I
I'm
wonder
so
it
with
looks so
that.
good.
Yeah, I know, right? No wonder it looks sexy. Like shit.
Put it like this. This is how I'm gonna end this out, and I'll let you guys say your own piece. Microsoft got about another 4 to 5 months before the system comes out to convince me. Day one, I need to buy Xbox One X, and today
Nope.
they haven't done that. But they got a few more months. Maybe who knows? The next big press conference they're gonna have, which is I think it's gonna be the European one. Oh, what is it called? The one in Germany. I can't remember right now. Not GDC.
Gamescom.
Gamescom. Maybe at Gamescom they'll come out like, hey, here's all the new IPs we didn't show for E3. But look, people can't. Xbox fans can't keep it twisted, man. They canceled Scalebound, the game that I was most hyped to play on the Xbox One. Last year I said it. You guys can go back and watch my videos.
To come out on the Switch.
Shut up, bro. Shut the hell up. Shut up. Back on point. If they would have kept Scalebound was a game that would have got me to buy Xbox One X. I was excited for Scalebound. They had the Phantom Dust thing. I was excited for that stuff. If they would have went out and reached out to Insomniac again and made a new why can't I remember the name of the game?
Sunset Overdrive?
Sunset Overdrive new one. I would have been excited to see that because I like Insomniac games. But nope. No. Everything today is basically go ahead.
Yeah, I agree with Beaky. I would be sold too with that Scalebound, but that just made me so angry when they just canceled that. I even bought me an Xbox Slim just for that because I can get myself prepared and ready, and then they canceled it. So it's just sitting there collecting dust right now.
Yeah, that's so.
You want to hear the crazy part?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
There's a poll on Twitch, on GameSpot.
Yeah.
They said with Xbox One X specs, price, and release date revealed, are you planning on getting one this November? 32% said hell yes. 40% said no. 28% said eh.
This is on GameSpot?
GameSpot on Twitter, yep.
Okay.
So it looks like a lot of people are not getting this.
Hey man, if I was making that poll too, I'm like right now I am in like not sold. I am not sold on this yet. Like that's it. But
This conference.
Go ahead, bro.
I'll make another thing. This conference it was so bad. It makes Marvel's Iron Fist look so good.
Iron Fist had some problems too. That's the funny thing.
Iron Fist had so many problems, but it made Iron Fist look so great that I might watch it again. But at the same exact time, I don't want to. That's how like Microsoft did for me. EA did a better job. With that so much shit that they showed Star Wars, it did so much better.
Here we go. I found the poll, Josh. I found the poll. Here it is. With Xbox One specs, price, and release date reveal, are you planning on getting one this November? Okay. Hell yes, no, meh. What the niggas? They really putting meh? I'm putting no. Let's see.
Greg Miller
40%
from
no.
Game Over. Hear this now. Greg Miller from Game Over Greg. He said, based on what you've seen today, are you planning on buying Xbox One X? 36% said yes. A whopping 64% said no.
So you said this is Game Over Greggy right here? Let me go check him out right now.
Yeah, Greg Miller, yeah.
All right, let me check out
It's really amazing how a lot of people on Twitter are hating this Xbox console.
I thought it was going to...
It is truly amazing.
I seriously thought I was about to get a lot of hate, but I think any rational gamer will understand the fact that if what they were supposed to do was sell the system, they did not accomplish that. They did not sell an Xbox One X. Alright, here we go. Here's Game Over Greggy's thing. Based on what you expected, I'm going to vote and see what people have said too. I'm writing no. Holy shit! 64% of people said no. Wow!
Exactly.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
That is a lot.
But when you go on Twitter right now, which I think is really funny, if you go on Twitter right now through all the video game stuff, Dragon Ball Z, that fighting game, everybody's hyped for.
Yeah, I'm about
If
to
you
search
look on
Twitter.
Twitter,
Yeah.
all you see is Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Z. It's like, what?
I wish you could search for polls on Twitter. I would like to actually see what other people put up for polls too.
It's really funny how you look at all this stuff. It's really funny.
It is interesting though, man. I look, I'm expecting a lot of hate from this video, but if you're true to yourself, there was not enough there to make anybody who doesn't have an Xbox One buy Xbox One X over buying a $250 Xbox One S. That's what it comes down to. Why wouldn't you just buy an Xbox One S for $250 instead of buying $500 by Xbox One?
$499 for the stupid console.
No, $500.
People that want to throw away their money.
Yeah, look, there's always gonna be people who couldn't buy it. Like, I mean, I bought a freaking VR headset when it first came out for a stupid amount of money because I was willing to be an early adopter. So there's always gonna be dumb people who buy things day one. The difference is the VR headsets were a new thing. In this case, Xbox One X, I keep saying S, but X. So stupid. Why didn't they just call it Scorpio and be done with it? My God.
Man, I would have been so happy if they did call it, if they left it the name of Scorpio, called it Xbox Scorpio. I would have been like, this shit's awesome.
I like that name.
No, you have to change it to Xbox X, which you have the first syllable of Xbox with X, and you're going to put it at the end. That sentence fragment grammar makes no sense. Sorry, I had to say that.
XOX.
Oh my God!
No, seriously.
It's X. Wait, yeah. So it's Xbox and then X. That's what's gonna look like. Oh my God! It's Xbox X.
See how retarded that is?
Yeah, written out. That's gonna be really weird. You almost can miswrite
Gentlemen,
that.
we live in the world.
You might, if you forget an O, if you forget the O, you might end up with xxx.com. If you're trying to go to Xbox.com. No,
Xbox just made a porno system.
I'm just saying. If you accidentally type in real quick.
And I guarantee people on Pornhub are gonna search up for this Xbox, and it's gonna be the hottest searching thing ever.
Did you hear about the
saying it right now?
Fidget spinner on porn sites now? What the fuck is up with that?
Yes.
Why?
Yes.
Why is that a thing?
I don't know. These fidget spinners are driving me insane, man.
Why is that?
You know, though, they have a chemical in that thing that causes cancer, right?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Alright, guys.
They have a little chemical in it. If you read the box on the back of it, it tells you.
Jem, you have anything to end this out with, man? You have been the most quiet one. I know you said your piece in the beginning. You don't have Xbox One, and they didn't show you what you needed. Hey, you know what? Before I even let you speak, Jem, I just want to let everybody know something about Jem too. He said the same exact thing about the Nintendo Switch. He said, "No, nothing's there in release. I'm not buying it. It's about the games for me." So you know what? That's why I respect you as a gamer, Jem. If there's not games you want, you don't care about the specs. You don't care about anything else. It's all about the games for you, right?
Yeah, because I still didn't buy the Switch.
Yeah. And you buy most of Nintendo's handhelds, and you just like, no, there's no games. Oh, did you hear what? Let's talk about Nintendo real quick.
He's gonna buy a Switch for Pokken tournament.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say too.
Not really.
Yeah, like Nintendo Switch. Xbox talk is over. I give Xbox E3 2017 press conference a D for failing to sell me an Xbox One X. I give Dragon Ball Z at A++ because that game's a day one buy. Back on point. Yeah, so Pokemon Ultra not coming out to the Switch. What the hell is Nintendo thinking?
They're high. Very, very high.
Yeah, like, why would you not put out the new Pokemon games, or like the remake Pokemon games for the core games on the new platform? I don't even understand that. They want to put out Pokeden, or whatever the hell they call. I played that game.
Pokken.
Whatever. I played that game. I did not like that game. I did not think it was...
I never played it.
No, you don't want to play it. It's not very good. I thought it was very mediocre.
All right, gentlemen. I know, Vicky, this is your stream. This is your thing. So what are we gonna rate the Xbox conference?
I said D.
You gave it a D.
Whatever. No, I'm not do the grade scales because what does that even matter? I would straight up just give them a 2 out of 5, and the only reason I'm giving them a 2 is just because of the fact that they showed so much games. they didn't talk about TV sports this year, so they get the 2 just because they showed a lot of games, even though the games were not exclusives to them. And some of the games I was kind of surprised with, meaning I was surprised by Metro being there. I did not expect them to show the new Metro, and I didn't expect before, well, other than EA saying it, the Anthem looking so actual impressive. But they showed cool games. It's just that not enough new IPs. It was fucking nothing new from Microsoft, right? Am I wrong about that, guys? There was nothing new.
No, you're not
Microsoft.
wrong.
Yeah, there was nothing new from them.
You are totally right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rate this shit a 2.5.
Okay.
For the Xbox, what is it called? Xbox X being $500.
Yeah.
I will never buy it. The lack of games at the show, it did not make me convinced to be like, hey, I'm gonna tell my brother, let's buy the new Xbox console.
Yeah.
It doesn't even impress me whatsoever. This conference is pretty much a shit show.
You didn't have to watch
That's
the
why I'm
conference.
giving it 2.5.
You could have literally watched a wrapped up video in a few minutes. Just
You know what I did?
You just watch all the trailers.
You know what I
and you'd be
did?
fine.
I had the conference playing on my phone while I was playing my Switch. That's how engrossed I was playing my Switch over while I'm watching the stupid ass conference.
Well, I guess the Switch got some use. That's not. I guess Nintendo happy there. What about you, Jim?
That's right. I was playing Disgaea.
Sky's a damn good game. What would you rate him, Jim?
Not even worth my time. I was playing Injustice while I was watching it.
Yeah, but like out of 5.
That means Jonas is gonna give it like a 1.3 out of 5.
What would you say? Out of 5, what do you give it?
Out of 5, fucking 1.
Damn.
-5.
What about you, Josh X?
He gave this shit a -5.
God damn.
I would say a 2.5. I didn't even gross me to even try to buy it or anything. The only thing I've seen anything of interest on that conference was at Atom, where they had that little badass little mech suit and everything. That's the only thing that would look anything good. Everything else was like everybody said, a shit show.
Yeah. Like, it wasn't even that it wasn't an entertaining conference too. Let's just like talk about it that way. Like, there was no big spectacles. It wasn't like anything. It wasn't even good showmanship. That's
Their
another
last
thing
year's
too.
E3 press conference. Their last year's E3 press conference, I liked more better. Because as soon as it started, it showed a game. And then from the game, it went to, hey, let's talk about backwards compatibility. That stole the show. And then from there, it just went from more games to more games to more games, and it was completely hyped. From this standpoint, you didn't even say your system is going to be like, why should I change from PlayStation to Xbox? You didn't tell me anything. You basically just told me it has teraflops, it has this, and it could do that. Well, if I bought a 4K TV and hooked it up to the PlayStation 4 Pro, I probably could get something much better.
Yeah, my whole thing to it
Just
is
saying.
like, I already got a 4K TV. Games look pretty damn good on it, on PC and PS4 Pro. My Switch games sometimes look a little bad scaled up, but still, it's just that graphics these days are pretty good. Let's be realistic. Like, gamers sometimes are just petty, and they'll be like, "Oh no, things look bad."
Look at freaking Injustice. If you look at Injustice right now, holy God, it looks amazing.
Good. Graphics are not bad. Even on the Switch, man. Let's not even be crazy with it. Mario Kart
Zelda
looks good. Zelda doesn't look bad. The problem with the Switch case is usually frame rate. That's usually the problem. But gaming has looked pretty decent for a long time now. The things with 4K, the things with higher resolution is about getting the extra little detail. Like what they were showing with the Madden during the EA conference. You saw the knee pad with the stitching. That is appreciated. That is good. But overall, games look decent these days. And it's going to take more than pretty graphics to sell me on a game. This is why, once again, that people are going to hate me from saying this. I could say that I do not like the graphics of Crackdown, but I still want to play the game. Because even though I think the graphics look bad, it doesn't look horrible. It doesn't look as bad as a PlayStation 2 game or early PlayStation. You understand what I'm trying to say, guys? Like, it's a bad looking game, but even a bad looking game in 2017 is still usually a pretty good console looking game. Unless you like, I'm not sure if you guys heard, unless you like that game Life of Black Tiger that came out on the PS4. You guys ever heard of that one? That ugly ass looking game?
No.
Okay.
That's why I didn't want to hear about it.
Take me a moment. Go onto the PlayStation Store. Look up a game called Life of Black Tiger right now. We have to do this right now together. Go to PSN Store.
All right, hold on.
You guys need to see this thing in your lives.
What's it called? Life of Black Tiger?
Life of Black Tiger.
Yep.
Yeah. That's if it'll let me do it, because my PlayStation is getting a little slow lately.
It's probably a hard drive. That's what I would think. You might just need to have to upgrade the hard drive eventually. Life of, let me see. Right there, Life of Black Tiger. So just write Life space and then look at the screenshots if they don't show you a trailer.
What the hell am I looking at?
I'm not getting it from me for some reason.
Ew! Ew!
Where the hell is
This looks like a PlayStation 1 game.
Oh, dude, yeah. You see it? Look at Jonas. Are you doing it? Please tell me, Jonas, you're doing it. Don't be an asshole.
Yeah, I'm doing much of it.
Look at this thing.
I'm trying to look for it. I can't even get to it.
Just search and just write Life space, and then it'll say Black
Oh my
Tiger.
God.
Should come up.
Oh, I just vomited in my mouth. What the hell is this?
There it goes. Life of Black Tiger.
It's like a PlayStation 1 game had sex with another PlayStation 1 game and it doesn't even look
No,
good.
it's like a PlayStation 1 game had a sex with a mobile game. For $10.
Oh yeah, that's too, yeah.
What is this? What the hell is this? How does it have a
Oh my god!
Yeah! How has this got 3 stars? How did people rate this a 1? What is this thing?
Makes me want to buy it now.
Yeah, right. Just like I want to experience this
it is
masterpiece. I want to see. It's like, so I bet you people bought this game just as a free. The 20 people that rated it bought it just to see how bad it was. That's what they had to do. That's the only reason they were like, I have to see how bad this is. Like, games shouldn't look this bad.
Hey, you should buy it.
No.
Let us know.
You give me $10 and I'll buy it with your money.
Done.
Yeah. There's about many $10 games I could buy right now that'd be probably 10 times better than this.
Here's the funny thing: it has 2 to 20 players online. I don't think there's even 2 people playing this online.
So wait a
right
minute.
now.
So wait a minute. So this game is about us becoming animals, killing other animals.
Yeah, you tell me the story of Life of Black Tiger. I would love to know the story of this, bro. Go ahead. I'll let you do this one.
This is Darwin's theory of survival of the fittest. What the fuck am I playing a game for if I know this?
Yeah, this game.
What the hell?
Yeah, this game is something else.
Wait a minute. This reminds me of something, of another game. This reminds me of that little blob thing that, like, you just kill more things. You just, instead of absorbing, you kill it, and you just become, you transform from a whatever you begin with into a tiger.
I'm not sure what that is. It sounds familiar, but I'm not really sure exactly what that
The
is.
little one with the little sphere. You just absorb things like a little tiny bacteria. You just absorb other players and stuff. And the more you absorb, the more you get bigger.
Nobi? That's the only thing I can remember like that. No, Nobi eats
I forget what the name of it is.
Yeah. Well, anyways, ladies and gentlemen who came to the stream, came to this video, thank you for watching. This has been our rant for Xbox One Scorpio and Xbox One, Xbox One X event. Plain and simple, Microsoft didn't do their job by selling the system, which they're supposed to do. I don't own one. I wanted to buy one. I was waiting for to be really impressed with the games that they could tell me right now that this system has 10 teraflops.
That's shit.
Like it had 10 teraflops. You could have all the teraflops there ever was, but if graphics were the only thing that ever made me buy games, then I would have a lot more PC games than I don't. But if graphics were the things that made me buy every game that I own, why would I buy third-party games still on PS4, right? Like, why would I buy PS4 versions of games? It takes more than graphics to make me buy games. It really does.
Yeah.
It really does. All right, we out of here. Enough ranting. Xbox fans, keep it real to yourself. Xbox needed to show some new
They're gonna
IPs.
leave comments.
Oh, they are.
They're gonna leave comments and be
it's
like,
nothing though. It's alright. It's alright. Xbox fans are usually reasonable. You know who's gonna hate me?
Hey, listen.
No.
I'm gonna say this right now.
Oh, go ahead.
Xbox haters, come and see me in New York. We'll go to an octagon and I'll beat your ass for being a fucking little whiny little bitch.
Here it is. Let me keep it like this. This is how people are gonna hate me. My Nintendo videos, when I criticize Nintendo, yo, the little kid, like you can see who, you know, when somebody writes a comment on YouTube, go onto their profile.
So you
can
break
see,
little kids' hopes and dreams?
Oh my god, John. When I said I had a problem with the Switch and I made a video about it, their comments are just crazy. I'm like, I'm sorry for you. Like, are you okay, kid? Like, yo, the Nintendo fans are not, like, yo, Nintendo, no Xbox fan has ever messaged me on Twitter over something I made in a video. Nintendo fans will find me on Twitter and start messaging me on Twitter when I criticize Nintendo. And I'm like, guys, I own the Switch. I own it. Like, it's not like I'm like some guy just shitting on the Switch without having a console. If I own the system and I say that the system's having a problem connecting to Wi-Fi when I first got it, or the system is having a problem by not having, it doesn't have a long enough battery life for certain things, or whatever it might be, I own the system. I should be have a right to report on that problem. But Nintendo fans, they are protective as shit. So we can start off right now. Whatever Nintendo shows at E3, Nintendo fans will think it's gold. Real gamers will be like, come on, Nintendo, you need to show more than that. And what I'm guessing Nintendo's going to do, they're going to spend like 15 to 20 minutes all on Mario, and the rest of the conference is going to be that the remake of
montage.
The Monster Hunter from Capcom, Splatoon, and ARMS, and maybe a remaster of Smash Brothers, and one surprise game. That's all we're gonna get. Because remember, guys, let's not keep it twisted. EA announced zero Switch games at their event. The second biggest publisher in video games literally did not announce a game for the third biggest platform, which is the Switch right now. That's insane. That's insane.
Wow.
Yeah, that's insane. I can't wait to talk to you guys, Nintendo fans. You guys want to hate me. Video done. We could do this forever.